First tonight, Vice President JD Vance in Georgia today, paying a visit to Peachtree. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Courtney Bryant.
Hello and welcome. I'm Tom Haynes. The visit was part of a national push to spotlight the Trump administration's economic agenda and its potential benefits to those here in Georgia. Our Doug Evans has been at the event all morning. He's been talking to people not only who have been standing in line waiting for the vice president, but also listening to the vice president speak today. It's not lost on anyone that we have a huge Senate race coming up here in the next year and a gubernatorial race. And Doug, you spoke to folks, a large crowd of folks out there who are very supportive of the vice president's visit down where you are in Peachtree City.
Yeah, Tom, this really had the feel of a campaign event, very much the energy of a campaign event. And there were candidates here. We had the three Republicans who are running for the U.S. Senate seat. We had Burt Jones, the lieutenant governor, who's running for the governor's race next. And so the vice president was here very much to support those efforts as well. But what he was really doing was he was talking about the one big beautiful bill. He was talking about manufacturing. He was talking about tax cuts for the middle class and keeping jobs here in America. Not just keeping them here, but bringing them back as well from overseas. Let's hear from the vice president.
And I know what the president ran on, and what the president cares about is building things right here in the United States of America. It's another reason why I'm proud to be at Alta today. Because for a generation in this country, we had American presidents and American political leaders, and let's be honest, folks, it wasn't just Democrats, it was Democrats and Republicans who would ship our jobs overseas, close our factory doors, and do not a damn thing for the American worker. So how nice is it in Washington, D.C. to have a government that is going to protect your jobs, that's going to fight for this facility and say, very simply, if you're building it here, if you're making it here, if you're producing it here, we are going to give you, and already have given you, a big fat tax cut. That's a good thing.
All right, let me set the scene for today's event. This was at Alta Refrigeration, a manufacturing plant here in Peachtree City. They make these big, huge walk-in type refrigeration units. These things are like the size of a semi-truck trailer. They're so big. The vice president had said that he learned that they use these at like Chick-fil-A restaurants and that sort of thing. So he played to an audience that was very much interested in hearing about manufacturing, keeping jobs here, ending regulations that are hurting this industry as well. Let's talk about the people that were here, and we'll look at some videotape that we shot earlier today of the crowds. There were several hundred people here who came to see the vice president. It's one of the largest crowds I've ever seen for a vice president, and I've been covering VPs for many, many years. Big crowd, very energetic, and we talk about all the candidates that were here. Maybe there was one more candidate here. A lot of people talked about the fact that they wanted to see JD Vance today because they believe that he will be a candidate for president. You came all the way from Atlanta?
I come always from Atlanta, Fulton County resident. And I'm here to support JD to talk about the big, beautiful bill today. And I'm here to support Donald Trump as well, because I think our president is doing a great job with the tariffs. People don't like it, but we got to get over it so we can move on to further things we need to get done in America. I'm here to support the America First agenda.
You can see law enforcement is back. The people are feeling safe. So I know he'll be a great president under President Trump mentorship. America is moving in the right direction.
He's a great guy, and he's going to make a good president eventually, too.
You know, I had somebody else say that today. They wanted to see him today because they thought he could be president someday.
He will be. He will be. After Trump gets through, he'll walk in and take over.
All right.
He's a good guy. He's what we need in this country.
All right, one of the other things that I saw today that I've never seen at this type of rally is after he spoke to the crowd, and they were very fired up, he said, okay, we're going to stop right now, and I'm going to take some questions from the media, and I want to hear from the local stations. And so he did. He heard from local reporters who asked him a number of things about Medicare and about safe streets and things like that. So that was another thing that happened here today as well. From here, he traveled to downtown Atlanta to meet with Republicans there for a strategy meeting, I'm told, with Republicans from the state. Reporting live from Peachtree City, Doug Evans, Fox 5 News.
Wow, it is interesting, Doug, hearing maybe a different approach that the vice president is taking with local media, but also interesting how people were mentioning him and his presidential prospects. So if he wants to run in 2028, now is when he'd have to start laying the groundwork. It'll be interesting to watch. Doug, thanks.
Yeah, Georgia, definitely a battleground state. Vice President did not come alone to his visit here in Georgia. He was joined by his wife, Second Lady Usha Vance.
She attended an event at the Cherokee Classical Academy in Canton as part of her summer reading challenge for students across the country. The initiative encourages young readers to strengthen their literacy skills and develop a lifelong love of reading. The Second Lady also took questions from the children and visited their classrooms to participate in their academic lessons.
In our family, we know that in the summer there's so many distractions and so many fun things to do. And I know summer's over for you guys. But one of the best ways to stay interested in all the things that my kids are excited about, to keep learning, to learn new things and take adventures, is to read.
Cherokee Classical Academy leaders expressed their gratitude for the Second Lady's visit and emphasized their commitment to the lessons in her reading initiative.